All right. I hate the fucking wow, I forgot how much I hate that glare. I know I've been gone for a while. My apologies. I had to get another laptop charger. And that just took a lot longer in my life than expected with everything else that's been going on in my life lately. But we're back. I'm back. I'm excited to actually get back to the swing of things now that I got my laptop charger and my laptop back up and running. Because it really had been killing me. So, of course, it's a Wednesday. We're gonna go ahead and just jump back in with our usual what you need to know Wednesday. Got some nice background lo-fi music, you know. Got a nice cup of coffee. Got my water on this side. So, yeah, got a new deck from the Ghetto Nun. Excited about that. And I'm excited to to get back into the swing of things. I'm excited to kind of get back to the focus. Okay, this is not going to be long. Of course, you know how I do these. If you know, then you know well. I'm not going to be here long because I still have clients to do. But while I still had the time, I definitely wanted to try to get out a little 20-30 minutes something. Okay, for just what you need to know, just a general collective. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start with the Oracle deck. I do want to use some tarot cards. And then I think I want to definitely clarify with the tune in deck I got from the Ghetto Nun. Okay? Definitely find her, check her out on YouTube at the Ghetto Nun and my Triple Nine Tarot. And I know that she kind of restocks every so often or whatever. So yeah. Definitely make sure you check her out if you enjoyed the deck. And then of course we have the Wisdom of the Night, and then we have, what was this one? I can't even remember. Hold on. The Night Seers Tarot. I be forgetting, child. I don't never even just remember the name. I don't be stunned the name. I just pull them out and let's go. So let's of course go ahead and jump in. Thank you, y'all. Give me some messages for the collective. For what we need to know Wednesday, February 16th for the collective. I pray that these messages resonate with those who need them the most during this time. Okay, allow these messages to be clear for those who may need them the most at this time. I also pray for unbiased messages. Keep my messages personal to me. I do have a message. Let it just stay to me, okay, and not let me get it confused with the collective. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in, okay. Give me 2 oracle cards for the collective, please, for what we need to know Wednesday as far as February 16th, 2022. I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day and you're having a great month of love. Okay, sending love and sending healing to those who kind of maybe felt alone or felt unloved, or, you know, just kind of felt by yourself. You know, I know this time is a lot for everybody, myself included, so I always try to be mindful of that. I feel guided to get one more card. We have the moon, we have movement, and we have cycles. The love card also tried to jump out. Try to get the glare off. Okay, don't mind my nails, don't grind me up too bad. Okay, I definitely just had to take these nails off from a photo shoot, but child, she put the acrylic on these bitches. Okay, listen, it took me a good minute to really try to get these off, and I usually don't have a problem with that because I know how to just pop my nails off when I get ready. But child, it was just a lot. So these nails, I'm letting them breathe before I get a new set because I feel like I need to let my nails breathe. Because yeah, but you know, my business. Okay. But we do have the moon card, movements, and then we have cycles. And again, this is the Wisdom of Night Tarot. You guys have 2 10s here with the movement card and the cycle card. And you also have 5. So I feel like right now with the collective, some of y'all could be making changes, closing up cycles, or needing to. Okay, y'all of course figure out where you go, figure out where you resonate. I also just saw 4:44 my time on the time dash. I caught that before I started too. So this collective, specifically, you might be seeing 4:44 a lot. Okay. I do see 5s and 2 10s though. Okay, so I do feel like there are some changes that are being made or needing to be made to close up a cycle. For those of you who just closed up a cycle, I feel like there could be some changes coming in, right? Because you closed up a cycle, but I feel like there's a cycle that's being closed. I know we have a full moon tonight. While we have the moon card, I believe it is tonight or either last night in Leo. Or at least I believe it's in Leo. I know the astrology girlies kind of be going back and forth about that. So I don't know if it's a full moon in Cancer exactly or Leo, because I think is it sidereal or sidereal? Whichever, whatever. You know what I'm talking about if you know, right? The girls that get it. The girls that don't. I usually say sidereal. I think in sidereal or sidereal, whatever, it's Cancer. And I think in tropical, right, it's Leo. Semantics, right? There's a full moon, is what you need to know. Okay, so I feel like some of you definitely could be channeling that energy right now. Bottom of the deck card is the obedience card. That oracle card is just a card to say that, you know, before you can change the moves of the dance, you first have to learn the dance, right? I usually say to my collective a lot, whew, somebody got throat chakra issues. Wow. I mean, I know I smoked a little weed beforehand like I usually do, but shit, I don't have this problem. So there definitely could be some see, yeah, I keep feeling like I have to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Okay. But there could be some throat chakra issues for some of y'all. Anyway, what I was saying was and excuse me until I feel like I actually got it cleared. Some of you, okay, could definitely be not only going through throat chakra issues, right? But it's like the obedience card at the bottom of the deck, general energy, is you have to first figure out how it go before you can change some shit to make it go according to how you want it, right? So okay, this would be like when you first start a job, you're not gonna go to the job and then when you get to the job, you just gonna start doing shit by how it's comfortable to you, right? You first have to figure out the rules and regulations. How do you do your job? And then you adjust things to make it easier. If you know you file papers, you first got to figure out the protocol for how this company file papers. Figure it out, learn it, adjust it. Then once you got it right, you adjust it to yourself. Another good example of that is I used to work at Starbucks. Those who book with me, if you know me, you know I like to make shit interpersonal, right? So when I used to work at Starbucks, I couldn't just go in there throwing them drinks together how I thought I wanted to throw them together and doing it however I thought I wanted to do it. I had to first figure out how to do it, right? You set your cup up, you put your sticker on it, whatever, right? Put your pumps of syrup, right? You run your shots, right? You steam your milk. You have to first learn how to do it. There's a way, there are measurements, right, to go about learning how to do it. Then when you learn how to get the regular protocol right, then you can adjust shit by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I used to start my shots and then do my syrup. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, small shit. Steam my milk before I even do the shots last. Just do the shots, steam the milk, and then do the syrup right beforehand, right before I put everything together. But that's not the original way to do it. I had to learn the original way to do it first, and then tweak things as being a barista, being on bar, making Starbucks drinks and making these coffee drinks. After I learned how to do it, then it's like I can adjust it to what's easier for me. No, I don't want to set my cup up first, right? I don't want to let nobody else set me up. I don't want to steam or do the espresso shots first, right? Because if I wait too long on the espresso shots will die. You know, again, the girls that get it. The girls that don't. If you've ever worked there, you know what I mean, right? You can't let them shots sit there for too long. The shots will die. If the shot dies, it's not even good no more. You got to toss it out. So nah, I don't want to do that. Let me steam my milk first, because that take longer. Syrup in the cup, right? Do the shots, and then we pour all the shit over, whipped cream topping. Boom, here you go. You have a lovely fucking day. Get out of my face, right? But it's like you first have to learn that. If I didn't first figure out the shot protocol, right, how would I know that the shots die, right? I can't learn how to do this. Another good thing we used to do it at Starbucks and making drinks was like start one drink and then go start another one and then finish it as this one's finishing, right? So I'm doing a caramel latte right over here, and I start my milk and then I press my shots, and then I kind of build my frappuccino over here on the cold bar. By the time I get done and I put the frappuccino in the blender, my hot drink is done, right? Again, cannot do this until you first figure out how to even first do the protocol. You got to do one drink at a time. Then when you get that and you get the hang of that and you get that routine, then it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm doing 2 drinks. Let me start both of my hot shit at the same time. Learn how to use both my strainers. You know what I'm saying? So big energy of that as well. But what I'm also saying is some of you definitely are seeing a bit below the veil, or there's a reminder. I just heard reminder. So don't forget that some of you have the power to read below the veil. Okay? Sometimes shit ain't just right on the surface. Sometimes you got to dig a little bit deeper, right? You got to look a little bit deeper, seek a little bit deeper. Intuitively, I feel like some of you have already done this and you've made a movement as of recently and it's closed out a cycle for you. I kind of resonate with that part, right? I feel like that would be me right now as far as this Wednesday is concerned. Others of you, there might be something that you need to do. There could be something or an event or something in your life where you need to look a little bit deeper, right? Again, you know how I love my examples, y'all know. So again, this is like when you go to your homegirl, right? Or your friend, your partner, your mama, your family, your cousins, right? And you get that new hairstyle and it's like, oh girl, you got your hair done. And it's like, yeah, you know, I thought I'd try a little something different. You know, I thought I'd give it a little red, you know. I thought I'd actually twist my hair, whatever. And it's like, oh, well, you know, all the girls are twisting their hair these days. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you get that little inkling in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, you mean something by that. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? You ever just get that inkling? And it's like that type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Some of you have kind of sort of peaked to this, right? And some of you haven't, right? And it's about digging a little bit deeper up under the surface, right? There's a veil here that you're not looking at, right? So you might have to move away from this friend, right? Or close up a cycle. I know even with this full moon, again, for me personally in my life, it's about setting stronger boundaries. So it might not even be that you need to, you know what I'm saying? It could not even be that you need to release somebody or actually stop fucking with them, right? But the cycle could just be set boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Let motherfuckers know to stop fucking with you. Right? When you had that friend who always like to make them little slight slick disses, stop biting your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Really read into that. Really set them boundaries. Really close that cycle. Make a move on closing that cycle. It's not enough to just know that this friend kind of make sly remarks. But it's like, oh, I'm going to let them have it because that's just who they are. Nah, once you start reading below the veil and you kind of see that shit and you peek into that shit, make a move on it. You know what I'm saying? To close up the cycle. And again, it doesn't exactly have to be moving away from these people, right? Or withdrawing your energy. It could just be boundaries, right? I'm also seeing for some people who have actually physically moved, I still feel like there could be something below the surface that you could not be seeing either. Like read a little bit deeper into something before you be so quick to move, right? I feel like there's a tie, a pulling collectives here. Some people are too quick to move and some people haven't moved, but it's like you still be peeping the bullshit, right? Before you move, for those of you who have moved, read a little bit deeper, right? Read a little bit deeper into what it is that you're trying to peek into, right? To make these changes. I feel like you just kind of, for that collective, it's like you just make the change. You feel me? But it's like you're not really reading deep into it. And I guess I'll go ahead and give that example because again, I do like to make these a bit interpersonal because, you know, this ain't just the reader and then you. I like to make it feel like, you know, we all one in this motherfucker, okay? So even for me, it's like reading below the surface. You feel me? I feel like the surface for me is one thing, and I have already made a move to close out a cycle in my situation. But for me, this obedience card, right, in my life is like I'm still learning how to set boundaries. You feel me? That's what that's something I just recently kind of came upon in these past couple of months. I don't really know how to set boundaries in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have a lot of boundaries when I don't really fuck with people, when I don't really know people. And then when I let you in, it's like, okay, cool, we can do away without the boundaries, but I'm still learning how to set the boundary without making it a permanent boundary or like pushing people away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like learning how to first set the boundary before you can kind of tweak it to what works for you. I still don't even know how to make boundaries, right? I suppose I'm trying to set a boundary with my person, and I have set the boundary, but it was sprinkled with a little bit of don't contact me no more. I don't really want to contact you, right? Move. That's me, because I'm gonna make the move. Period. Flat out. If you can't make it, I'll make it for us. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm usually in. If you can't make the call, I'll make it for us. I'm a dip, right? When in reality, it's like you really should have been learning how to just set the boundary. You feel me? You're still learning that though. So before you can really fully tweak it the way you want and really kind of set them extras on it, right? You still kind of just gotta learn the protocol. I'm still learning how to just set the boundary. I don't like when you do this, without having to try to make it like, okay, I don't like when you do this and I don't want to talk no more. All right, bye. I don't like this thing that you did, so I'm gonna go, right? Others of you, you know, can definitely see or know that this is something you don't like, but then you don't make the move. You know that homegirl that you've been kicking it with been making sly comments all this time. You know that your mama, every time you try to tell her another goal or aspiration, give you her ass to kiss. Your friends, right? Your partner, maybe even. And it's like you just don't make a move because you don't ever close out the cycle. There's no cycle that's really being closed out here. Even though you can see below the veil. You know when people trying to be slyway smart to you. You know when somebody making underhanded, backhanded comments. You know the person that told you they like your shoes really don't like your shoes and they think they ugly. They think you look foolish, but they trying to be funny. You can pick up on all of that, but you don't actually do what needs to be done to close out the cycle. And I feel like some of y'all can close out the cycle, but then it's like you're not really reading deeper than below the surface. You feel me? Surface level for me, period, and then I'm done, right? I didn't really take the time to look a little bit deeper and sit deeper, and I'm still working on doing that, right? So for those of you who like, no, I'm learning, I'm trying to look below, be patient with yourself, you know, because I'm still having to look deeper than the surface, even on my situation. You feel me? Even with setting boundaries and the move and the call that I made. You feel me? Deeper than the surface is realizing and understanding that I'm not doing this out of bitterness. I'm not doing this out of upset or anything. This is really me setting the boundary that I should have been set, right? On the surface level, you feel me? It's a little bit deeper than that, right? So I feel like some of y'all might need to look a little bit deeper on what you really doing this for. You feel me? If it's that homegirl and you like, nah, cause she be making sly comments, so I'm gonna get the fuck on. Let's look a little bit deeper than that. What's up under the surface? Even if it's shadow work, you feel me? Even me, a lot of the times, and I'm still doing my work on that. It's like, am I really setting a boundary, or am I doing this because of pent up frustration that I've been getting out of my love life for the past couple of months, and that's why I'm doing this, right? Even though yes, I still need to set the boundary. Don't get that wrong, right? But the extra sprinkle of I'm not gonna contact you no more that I said to him was probably, again, looking deeper than the surface. It's deeper than just, oh, because this is how I feel and da 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 da, right? It's triggered by other things, so it's like, look a little bit deeper. And again, for those of you who can't look that deep, you already know what the fuck going on, but it's like, what you gonna do? Keep letting that homegirl talk about your shoes? You know, you gonna keep letting your mama shit on your dreams and tell you that you can't be the fashion designer for Beyonce? Says who? You can manifest anything in this world. You know what I'm saying? But don't get around people who, you know, kind of carry weird energy. You know, people smile in your face, but you can kind of tell that they're really not there for you. You know? I kind of got a friend like that too. And I guess, again, that kind of speaks to that for those of you who be knowing what's up. Because I definitely got a friend, and even with that, it's like I'm making my movement, but it's slow. You feel me? But I'm slowly withdrawing myself. But I can always tell. Just, you know what I'm saying? I can always see below the surface with this person. You know? They call me and they fake act like, oh, so how you been? But then they always got a story, right? They try to call and fake act like, oh, you know, we're just so proud of you and everything that you're doing right now in your life. But then it's like, they don't really show no love. You know what I'm saying? They don't really support your business. They don't really support your hobbies. They don't really support your passions. They don't really call just to check on you, right? It's like they check on you when they call. Oh, hey, yeah, girl, because how work been? But then it's really because they want some money. It's really because they got a story. And it's like, oh, well, let me tell you about whoop, 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 whoop. You know? And it's like I haven't really cut it off, right? But I'm seeing it for what it is, and I see it for what it is. I just haven't made the full change to cut it off at the root and say, you know what, I don't want to partake in your energy no more, right? Depends on you. It really depends on you. Give me some energy for what do we need to know Wednesday. We got 20 minutes. Give me something for the collective. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Give me something for the collective for what you need to know Wednesday. Give me something for the collective. Sun card reversed. The Ace of Wands is here. Three of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Give me one more. I feel like there is a collective energy of just people who are kind of in like deep daydream, deep trance, or just kind of an overanalyzation. If you've again watched me before, you know this is like my, you know, did I leave the stove on? You know what I'm saying? Look how she got her hand on her chin and shit. She real kind of out, you know, gazing at whatever the fuck else is going on in life. So it always gives me like a deep trance thought, deep daydream kind of thought. I do feel like this could be about love for a lot of people. Bottom of the deck up under the Queen of Swords was the Lover's card. So this could definitely be about building a foundation. I do feel like collectively, and this definitely could maybe be coming off of, because we did see the love card as well out of that one. So this could definitely be on brand coming off of Valentine's Day. I keep forgetting that Valentine's Day was Monday because I tried very hard to forget that Valentine's Day was Monday. I'm going to just keep it a book with you. I'm one of them types. But I definitely feel like a lot of people in the collective energy could maybe just be a little torn. Yeah, and I know I've kind of been in this energy too, so that's how I be knowing I'm a part of the collective or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people could be torn right now. The Two of Pentacles is a card of kind of, you know, juggling energy. You know what I'm saying? For those who aren't juggling energy, I do feel like, again, this is a split collective. You know, I always kind of see these different ways. So some of you, I feel like, could be kind of torn, one foot in, one foot out on like what to do in your connection in proximity to somebody. And I feel like someone could be balancing energy on something else, which could be making you, the person watching, doubtful that these new beginnings are gonna come. Okay, so you have the Sun card, you have the Ace of Wands here, the Hierophant, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords is here, Eight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords reversed. So for some of you, I do feel like for that first bit of you, you could be torn, kind of over analyzing, or still kind of just in deep trance, daydream, like I said with the Queen of Swords, right? Like, so should I keep giving to this? Should I not keep giving to this? Is it worth it? You feel me? I do feel like some of you could be even torn like that. I feel like for that group, I feel like you could be a little torn. I feel like some of you where that applies, you know, there could be some disappointments and some hurts here. And you could be just kind of feeling like, you know, things aren't really going to look up. I feel like you could just kind of be in a rocky place with somebody right now. You've been trying to put in the energy and the work. I also feel like, you know, for that group, you could even have been trying to stay aligned. You know what I'm saying? This Ace of Wands to me always gives me like meditation. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of see her eyes closed. That fire always gives me like a mind's eye kind of thing. So I feel like, you know, you've been trying to stay strong, stay aligned, stay in your power. You know what I'm saying? Stay ascended and higher ascended type of thinking even, right? And have been trying to manifest some new beginnings and some new opportunities, some warmth back maybe even. But I feel like you're kind of just torn. I feel like, yeah, this could be disappointments, right? And it's like, I don't really even know what to do no more because I'm tired of dealing with disappointments. I'm even hearing, like, I'm tired of constantly working through disappointments. And trust me, if I don't feel shit else, I feel that. So I definitely, for whoever that is, I definitely get it, okay? And it's like, you know, I'm torn now because it's like I keep trying to stay open minded and I keep trying to keep the faith and I'm trying to, you know, stay positive in my thoughts and, you know, but it's like how many, I'm tired of working through these disappointments. This is like, you know, trying to put in the work, even maybe even spell work, right? So maybe some of y'all are getting Reiki done and trying to, you know, do intentions with the full moon and the new moon. You know, again, we do have a full moon today. This is like my moon phase kind of card. So some of you could even have really been trying to put in some manifestation work. Um, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, kind of like a doubt, kind of hopeless, kind of like a, you know, how many times do I have to keep reworking? Like, that's kind of what this is giving me. Like, you know, like, okay, I get disappointed and then I try to keep the faith and stay positive and then I get disappointed again in my connection and you know, I still try to go back to, you know, meditating and staying positive and keeping my head up and keeping a smile on my face and staying grounded. You know what I'm saying? Look at him sitting down. I try to stay grounded. And it's like, and then that I get hit with disappointment all over again. And it's like, how many times do I have to keep reworking this disappointment? How many times do I have to, you know, keep putting in this work to heal myself or to cheer myself up or to put myself back in a good space? And it kind of makes you feel like, yeah, this will never do it. We'll never get back in that space. We'll never have those new beginnings, right? And you could just be kind of overthinking it. Yeah, this 3 with this 6 here is kind of giving me anxiety. You know what I'm saying? You got hurt, so now it's like things, I'm expecting nothing but disappointment now. I feel like that group is kind of shifting into that. Where that doesn't resonate, I'm definitely seeing the group of like whoever you're dealing with could just be kind of balancing, putting energy into one thing and another thing. And I keep hearing gate kept, right? So I feel like some of you, your person or your connection is kind of being gate kept. You see how you kind of sit in the front of these stairs, like, oh yeah, you can't get up here until, you feel me? You gotta cross me to get up here. So I do feel like it could be being gate kept. It's not that the new beginnings aren't gonna happen. It's just like they're being delayed. You feel me? It's not the sun not gonna come out again. It's just we in the wee hours of the night right now. It always seemed, you know what I'm saying? The night always seemed the darkest and the longest during the darkest hour. You know what I'm saying? It always seems the longest during the darkest hour. But it's not that the sun's not gonna come back out again, but it's like something is being gate kept. Because someone is still kind of balancing what they put in their energy into. I do feel like where that applies, someone could even want a family with you. You know, this is balancing work right now. I heard work before play, right? So I do feel like somebody could want a family with you. This 2 of Pentacles with this 8 is giving me a 10 of Pentacles energy, but it's like right now I'm working. You know what I'm saying? It's the finances right now that's an issue, right? It's the finances that I'm trying to work on. We kind of penny pinching right now, but we trying to do the work. You know what I'm saying? You see she got a green candle in her hand. If you can see it, I know the color here is kind of, but the candle is green, you know, and if you know anything about your candle work, your spell work, the green candle is for money, right? So I do feel like, you know, somebody gonna make a move. There's gonna be some movement, right? But there's like a energy of wanting a family, but knowing that you got to kind of put in some more work still. So something is still being gate kept until that time, right? And I do feel like where you're on the opposite side of that spectrum, whoever's on the opposite side, somebody's focused on finances before they come together in family stability, and then somebody's working through hurts. I feel like where that applies, you could still just be worried about getting hurt, you know, and it's like your person doesn't plan on hurting you at all, but see, you've been hurt before in the past, and now it kind of makes you feel like I'm just gonna get hurt again. I know that, like, you know, I'm gonna continue to get hurt, and you cause yourself a lot of stress and anxiety for that. And I feel like with that's involved, again, it's like learning the law of the land before you can really change the rules. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn the law of the land before you can change the rules to adjust to what it is that you want and how you see fit, right? So again, this could be the connection, right? But again, if your person feel like they gotta kind of, you know, get their money up, right? That's the law of the land before you can see shit change and fit, right? So then when we get the money together, then it's like, okay, so this is what we doing. This is how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? The new beginnings will be upright at that point. The passion and fire is still kind of there for you guys. It could be dull, but it's there. But it's like, yeah, learning that law of the land, it's like you got to kind of figure it out first, you know? Some of y'all still got some shit to heal and clean up within yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like you just want the turbulent part to be over, but it's like you still ain't really did no work. You feel me? For that other collective, it's like you keep trying to do the work. You feel me? And it's like, how many times am I gonna have to be here with it? Every time? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of being here. Some of y'all, I feel like for the other parts of this collective, you really ain't did no work for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like you here with it. You feel me? You see how she's screaming? Agony, pain. And it's like you're trying to juggle that. You feel me? You don't want to just be in that energy all day, but you ain't really doing no work. Again, you see how the moon shift and it go from the full moon to a new moon back to the, yeah, you gotta dedicate that time. You feel me? You gotta dedicate that effort. This ain't just no one and done. This ain't just no, you do a quick meditation for 5 minutes for one day out of the month and then it's like, oh, so why shit ain't moving? Because you ain't did no damn work. You ain't really stayed consistent. This is consistent work. You see all that shit she got right here? You see how the time, you feel me? This is moments. You know how many days, for anybody that knows, how many days does it really take for the moon to go from the full to the new and back to the full? I personally don't know. I feel like, what, a month and a half? Maybe a full month, maybe 2 months max, right? So again, this is like consistent effort, consistent work. It's like you just kind of want to do a little bit of work, right? You cry for 5 minutes for a little bit, and then it's like you just want to wake up healed. And it's like, nah, you still got to keep doing the work, right? You got to break the cycle. You got to actually do some movement. You feel me? You got to actually make some movement. It's like a little putt card. Then you putt for a moment and it's like, okay, well, I moved a little bit. So now what's up with it? Where's everything? And it's like, you ain't really, you feel me? You ain't crossed the threshold with it though. You got to get that shit from 0% all the way to 100. You got that shit at like a cool 15 and then you like, oof, tired. Okay, God, I'm ready for the new beginnings. And God like, nah, because you still not ready yet. Okay, so I do feel like this is a little split. Let's get some clarification cards so we can go ahead and be on up out of here. Give me a card for the hair font. Thank you, Spirit. Give me a card for the hair font. And I really enjoy these cards a lot. Give me a card for the hair font. Woo. Okay. Black Panther. Okay. Bad Boys tried to come out. I feel like that's the second card that came out. So Bad Boys came out. So yeah, I definitely feel like for some of y'all, it has unforgiving on here, enemy, action, new age, swift, right? So I do feel like, again, for some of you, this is pertaining to your healing, right? That's why the connection is being gatekept. Like I said, it's clarifying hair font, where I said I heard gatekept for that second group, right? So I feel like the connection is being gatekept, and it is because you still have a bit of, unforgiving energy in you, whether it be about this particular person or a past person, right? It's like, in a sense, you kind of still moving like somebody your enemy. If this is your person, then embrace them like this is your person. You know what I'm saying? You can't be still unforgiving and still kind of harboring this type of energy. You got to be in a new energy. It says new age down here. And that's how you're going to get that action. It also has action here too. We have the movement card out here already. So I do feel like, again, the way you really see that movement and you see some action is you really got to work on it. Okay, you got to really be in a new energy. You can't just be, again, okay, God, I'm at 15%. Whew, where's my person? No, that's not how this works. And even in this card, it says ride or die. Besties, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Bad boys, you know what I'm saying? Ride together, we die together. So again, this ain't even just completely related to romance. It's friends too. Like I said, yeah, this is your brother, your sister, your best friend. You know what I'm saying? Somebody you felt like was your ride or die, your partner. You know what I'm saying? Because they was partners, detectives. You know what I'm saying? They was together. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, Again, for some of y'all, if this is a friend or your bestie, they might be your enemy, right? Or somebody that's like family or brother. It does say kin up here, right? So it might even be like a brother. And it's like you being gate kept from this person and there's no energy because you already know that they fake. That even down here, what you gonna do, right? So what you gonna do? That's for that group that be seeing below the veil and they don't do nothing. It's not just enough that this is your brother, your friend, your sibling. It's not enough that this is your best friend, the person that you thought you was cool with. They don't mean you no good, right? They're secretly your enemy, right? Some of y'all might have even gave this person a rite of passage. This ain't even nobody you really just fuck with, but it's like I gave you a rite of passage off the strength because I fucked with you. But that's not enough. Even if this is your person for that first group, right? This person is your ride or die. You ride and you die for this person. You feel me? It says protect and serve on here, the code. So again, I feel like y'all got a mutual understanding for that other one, right? For that first group who been kind of putting in the work and trying to do the work and trying to stay on top of it and trying to stay ascended. You might even know that. You know that this is your person. You know what the code is. You know what I'm saying? You already know this your ride or die. We bad boys. Bad boys for life. We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life. Period. You already know that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like for that group, you could just be ready for a new age. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to death, to the death. So yeah, it's like you ready for something new. You ready to put some end to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I heard, but stick to the code, right? And again, it's like if you know what I'm saying, what you and your person, then stick to that. If you already know what the fuck going on, then you know what I'm saying, stick to the motherfucking code. But yeah, if you want some new energy, right, we're going to have to put a death to that other shit. And you took the action toward doing it. That's cool. But remain forgiving. Okay? That could also be a part of what the code is. Remain forgiving. Sometimes you got to step away from motherfucker. I heard a sermon the other day. We played a sermon on Twitter. If you got me on Twitter, you probably heard it. We played a sermon that morning from Y'all Van Zant that was basically saying the same thing. You don't have to judge anybody for, not living up to what you need or not being who you need them to be at that moment or whatever that looked like for you. But what all you got to do is remove yourself, right? All you got to do is remove yourself, right? But we also heard later in that second sermon that just because something has died doesn't mean that God can't come revive it, right? New age, innovative, to the death, action, right? It don't mean that God can't come back and revive it. Sometimes you gotta let some shit die, right? That's how you can replant some new shit. That's how you can get in some new energy. That's how you can come into some new shit, break a cycle to come into a new cycle, right? And for some of you, you might already know that with this moon card. You might can be able to see that. For those of you where there is a code between you and your person, right? Like between me and mine, again, I ain't gonna get too deep into it, but if you know, you know. The girls that know, and the girls that don't. If you've been sticking around with me, right? If you've really been a supporter. And it's like, I know me and my person got a code, right? But I can't allow my upset and my disappointment to push me into a place of unforgivingness, right? To push me into a place of doubt, to push me into a place of feeling like, you know what, I'm tired of doing the work, right? And I've been doing it and been doing it and been doing it, and now I'm questioning if I'm even going to see profit. It's like, no, you is. But again, obedience. You got to learn how to do some shit before you can change it to you, right? So you still learning how to set boundaries. You ain't really set the boundaries, right? Talking to myself. It's like you ain't really set the boundaries you thought you've been setting, right? But you still learning how to set them. So now you set a boundary, but then now you trying to make it a permanent boundary. Don't do that. Remember the code that you and this person have. You know what I'm saying? Still be forgiving. Don't be unforgiving. But yeah, put death to all that shit. Take the action to put some death to all of that shit if you have to. Right? While still remaining in this energy, while still remaining ascended. Right? I do strongly feel like some of y'all got some family members that you need to get the fuck on from, though. For sure. Give me the sun card reversed, and I think it's gonna be everything. Give me the sun card reversed and just share for these messages. Are these reversed? Yeah. Obstacles. Community. Booby trap. Lost. Give me another one. Hidden treasure. Jewels. Adventure. Sad times and happy times. Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah, so I do feel like this is this could even be to both collectives, where it's just like, you feel like it's a trap. You don't really feel like, those new beginnings are going to be coming. I feel like that's for both parties, really. Again, I see booby trap, I see community, I see obstacles, and I see like hidden treasure. So I do feel like, again, there is something coming, right? There will be some sort of new beginning, new opportunity. I feel like that's a part of the hidden treasure type of energy. Allow your community to help you as well. Okay, for some of y'all who are kind of in that space, like I know for me, um, I have like my specific readers and spiritualists that I like to go to, and then I have my regular day-to-day best friends who like spiritual stuff, but they don't really do spiritual work, right? Then I have my community of people who do tarot cards and Reiki and stuff like that, and I do kind of have them help me. You know what I'm saying? I'll book a quick little reading. I'll pay them for a quick little something, something, right? If I need somebody to kind of check me and get me back in alignment, right? But I do feel like a lot of y'all could feel like this is a booby trap, you know what I'm saying? Or just like there's too many obstacles, right? For those of you who, again, in that first group where it's like I've been patient, been trying to do the work, I feel like you guys are the ones who feel like this is too many obstacles, it's too much work, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm getting that you know what I'm saying? You've been trying to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Again, cycles, you see how these kind of go hand in hand? So that's for the group who's been doing the work. You've been being diligent, being patient, utilizing the full moon, utilizing the new moon, to try to really kind of stay in alignment and manifest and to stay ascended. And I feel like that's the group who kind of just feel like, you know what, it's a little bit too much work for me. It's a lot of obstacles. I don't really see it no more. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely relate to that. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting blood, sweat, and tears. I'm tired of being sad. You know what I'm saying? Dear God is on here. You done prayed and prayed and prayed and talked to God and talked to God and talked to God. And it's like, yeah, I just want to be free. You know what I'm saying? Freedom down here at the bottom of the deck. I think I want to free myself from this. I'm tired of the blood, sweat, and tears. I'm tired of the sadness and being sad. It's a lot of different obstacles. God, I done been praying and praying and praying and trying to talk to you. And the Hierophant is my God card. You know what I'm saying? God, I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to stay on top of it and keep my fire, God, and keep my confidence and keep my flame going, even despite of everything. But it's like, to death with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely feeling some heavy Leo moon energy. It's like, fuck the bullshit. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? Just like family. So it's like, yeah, I just want some people around me that make me fucking feel good. Blush and bashful. You know what I'm saying? All of these women are smiling. They're like they're having a good time. So it's like, I just want somebody around me that make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Friends, fake ass family, cousins, partners. You know what I'm saying? I've put so much blood, sweat, tears, and sadness into everybody, and I just want some people around me who finally kind of reciprocate that. And I'm tired of putting in the work for it. I'm tired of being sad, tired of, you know what I'm saying, doing all of the extra hoopla. You feel me? It's like I've been trying to take the happy times with the sad times, but you feel me? Like, even with this, look, sad times, right? Sadness. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to take the good with the bad, but the sad times just seem to be outweighing the good right now, and I just don't see it, God. I'm just losing. You feel me? I'm losing my open mindedness. I'm ready to close my arms. You know how arms are wide open. So reversed, it's like I'm ready to close it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm closing myself off to it. I don't want to. I don't want to no more. Others of y'all, I do feel like it's a booby trap. You know, I feel like others of you, that's where you kind of just need that healing, right? For those of you where that applies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I know that life comes with the good and the bad times, but I don't want to go back to the sad times. You know what I'm saying? I've freed myself from that, or I'm trying to free myself from that, and I just don't want to go back to that. And I feel like you could still just be super in your head about it, right? And it's like, this shit is a booby trap. I love this person this much. It can't be just as simple as they just trying to get their money up so they can be with me. Right? Booby trap. It's a fucking trap. What Cat Williams said, I done been in this setup before and it smells just like this. I know what the fuck a motherfucking setup smell like, right? That's kind of the energy that I'm picking up off this. It's like, nah, I don't really trust it, right? And you don't really trust it because you've already put so much blood, sweat, and tears into trying to re-heal yourself, or you're still trying to heal, right? Others of you, again, could just be tired of going through the sad times. You know what I'm saying? You've just been through enough. You haven't particularly healed it, right? But you've been through the blood, sweat, and tears. You've been through the sad times. You know, some of you maybe, could have been in a little abuse, type of situation, maybe even from maybe parents, or, other misters, or other, maybe even women, right? Seeing the women around you, if you're a masculine energy, seeing the women around you kind of go through that. And it's like, I don't know. This is a setup. You know what I'm saying? This don't feel, you know what I'm saying? I just have a hard time believing that somebody loves me enough, and they just genuinely trying to get their money together before we can really start a family and be together. Nah, this sound like other bitches. It sound like you don't really care about me. I don't really believe it, right? Six of Swords with this Three of Swords. It's like, nah, because I done been through heartbreak before, and I don't feel like the storm is over, right? Upright is like the storm about to be over. You just got to finish weathering it. Reverses is like, no, I've been hurt before and I'm just not interested in being hurt again. I know how this episode goes. You know what I'm saying? I've seen this rerun 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? Becky end up cheating on Josh. Josh get with Susie. Susie end up falling in love with Josh. Becky kill herself. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, God forbid, obviously, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I've seen this already before. I'm gonna get hurt. I don't believe that this is just, oh, I'm just balancing so I can, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, this is bad bullshit, you know, but it's really just stem from anxiety, worries, fear. Um, because again, you've had those bad times, and the bad times, even for that other group, you know what I'm saying? Maybe your bad times and past connections, you've had happy times and bad times, but the sad times just outweighed the happy times, right? And it's like, I just don't believe that this is no longer a streak of sad moments. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I have to take the good times with the bad, right? And I should never just completely look at it one sided. But it's like, you know, still a little unforgiving. You know what I'm saying? Still kind of seeing partners as your enemies, right? Because you haven't fully healed, um, you know, from what it is that you was going through. Okay, I'm getting the fuck out of here before I talk too much to y'all. But no, that is what I'm seeing. And again, for both parties, I feel like allow your communities to help you. Friends, sisters, homeboys, even if it's just your parents, you know, even if you don't have a good relationship with your parents, call your dad, call your mom. You know what I'm saying? And really just kind of talk it over. Grandparents, even maybe. If you like, I don't got a good connection with my mama, then call your grandmother. If you like your grandmother, you know what I'm saying? And really kind of spin this over and talk it over. You know what I'm saying? But I am seeing a big message of definitely being gate kept from some friends and some family that don't mean you well. All right. So be very strategic in your energy. You might feel like these people are your community. They definitely feel like family and might even want to be family, but they don't mean you any well and they cannot have your blessings. Okay. So a lot of you definitely need to move from that and free yourself from these people so you can start getting your blessings. You've been doing a lot of work, but your blessings aren't coming in because you still attached to some people, right? That up under the veil, you know you need to get rid of, but you just haven't made the call to get rid of, and your blessings can't come in with these people still attached to you because they don't mean you well. Okay, these are your mothers, these are your families, people who feel like mother figures, people who feel like family, people who feel like kin, people who feel like cousins, people who feel like community. Right? They're really here to steal. You know, your hidden treasures, right? Your jewels. They're really here to steal your blessings, steal your shine. So if you getting some money, they want a piece of it. You getting opportunities, they want a cut of it, right? These are people who aren't just genuinely happy for you. All right. So that is the last message I am seeing for y'all. Definitely hope this gave y'all what it is that y'all needed. I'm excited to kind of be back doing these. Of course, if you couldn't tell how excited I was to be back here with you motherfuckers. So yeah, hopefully, you know, we can definitely stay on top of consistency this time since I got everything together. Business things have been doing great. Of course, booking information will be down below. I am a full-time reader. I'm always open. If you'd like to book with me, you can. I'll leave my social media stuff down below. Twitter is my main platform. That's where everybody get all the goodness and all the collectors and stuff like that. So you know, if you're on the platform, make sure you find me. I'll also link my Instagram down below, my business Instagram and just my personal platforms, because I do a lot extra stuff on the side. Thank you again for just watching. Like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment if you want to. Just let me know how it resonated. And yeah, okay, bye. See you niggas later.